Hello, it is iYikKam time again. So today I like to share with you the following. And so here on, you have a clear view on what is the development of the ancient Chinese martial art Kung Fu. And with this, you'll be able to clearly see what is going on level by level and be able to attain the Kung Fu you are training. First of all, I like to share with you a story. So the story is that when the Buddha attained the enlightenment, his first teaching is the Avatamsaka teaching. However, at that time, nobody understands what he is talking about. And thus, he had to keep lowering the level a few times down to the practice of Anapanasati type of teaching, so that everybody be able to understand what he's talking about, and then slowly raise everybody to the Avatamsaka teaching level. Okay. So as this story, we know even in the training of Chinese martial arts, one might not be able to understand what is 6-13-3 or the 3 flow. So that need to lowering down until really basic. Then, only then, one can go up step by step back to the 3 flow and the 6-13-3. Okay? Because we're just human. And education is supposed to do this. Instead of us staying on really top, high up there and let everybody have no idea what's going on. Okay? The purpose of education is so that everybody be able to do it, be able to get what is supposed to get and benefit from it. Okay. The second story I'd like to share with you is I often talk about Os9, and Os9 was created in the Song dynasty some more than 800 years ago. And I like to tell you that even at the time of 800 years ago, the era or the dynasty of the Song dynasty where the Os9 created, that is a famous Chinese phrase. Okay, at that time. Because the country getting really weak and they need to modernize or change it to make better. And that phrase is very popular phrase is by Wang Anshi, an official. His name is Wang Anshi. And he said, 祖宗不足法. Ancestor is not necessary to fully follow. Okay? So even at the time that the Os9 created, it already said, whatever the ancestor teaching might not suit to the era due to the change and evolutions. Things need to change. And in fact, in the Song dynasty, a lot of things become a burden of the society, and actually it blocked the development. Okay? So, saying that, same with Wing Chun today. There's a lot of things need to be revival, look at and modify and change. In one hand, for the educational purpose, so people understand what's going on, like the Buddha story. Another one is like the Wang Anzi saying, ancestor is not necessarily need to be followed. Okay? So that what we practice is not a ritual, which is meaningless. Okay? And we need to know with today's modern physics and science, the name of the ancestor is not a replacement of the law of physics or human biomechanics. It cannot. Okay? So what I'm sharing with you here is based on these two ancient accounts. We today must not thinking whatever in the past cannot be changed, or everything is low level, or there's no high level, or whole bunch of stuff. Okay. In the Buddha story or the Wang Anzi story, everything is solid, stand on ground. It's nothing woo-woo. Okay. Now, as we understand, the Chinese martial art have 4 levels. The first is the training of the body development with the applications. And the body of development have externally training the sinews, bone, and tendon. Internally train the breathing. And the applications is based on momentum handling, because momentum is the bottom line of combat. The second level is Qigong. Qigong is breathing development. The third one, the third level is Neigong. Neigong is handling of the force flow and the energy flow within the body. The fourth is handling of the quiet or peaceful of the mind. So, with this 4 levels, today, we not be able to go jump right away to the upper 4 levels and so forth. We need to start from the basic. Very basic, such as the externally train the muscle, the tendon, and the bones. Internally training the breathing. And thus, recently I'm using the air squat as a basic reference or basic standard. I don't even want to talk about snake engine, because what is the point to talk about snake engine when we do not be able to achieve or attain the very minimum, externally training the bones and tendons, internally training the breathing. That's just the first level. Okay? So usually when we talk about the snake engine, we say that, oh, snake slide won't move. Okay, snake slide won't move. Well, if we cannot have this lower 4 bolts and the spine handle, like in the squat, okay, then this is a Chinese ballet, which is only have half on the top half of the body. This thing is not moving. Now, anybody who have a real snake engine will be able to handle this effortlessly. Okay? Externally be able to handle the tendon, the muscle, the bone. Internally can handle the breathing. Okay? It can handle it joint by joint. That is the real snake engine. That is the snake seven ball training and the spine handling. Okay? So just a simple air squat. Okay? You're going down, you put your hand up, all the joints is there. And if one really master the seven balls and the body, all joints, spine and so forth, snake engine, one be able to do that. One just be able to can look at something and be able to perform it, handle it properly. Why? Because one knows one's body. One knows the breathing handling. So there's the first level of Kung Fu. So it's like the Avatamsaka and the Anapanasati. If one really have the Anapanasati, one be able to understand the basic. If one doesn't have the Anapanasati, there's no way one talk about the Avatamsaka teaching. If one talk about the Avatamsaka teaching, then that's become only philosophy, speculations. While one not even be able to do the Anapanasati or inhale, exhale, and rest handling. Okay? So anybody who say that, oh yeah, they have internal art and everything, if they cannot do a squat in a decent way, effortless way, how is one supposed to have that internal or snake engine or mei or anything? So it is really ridiculous if you say, well, you need to go learn from such and such grandmaster so that you have the proper transmission or secret. The body, just even the simple air squat, tell one what it is the body have. That is the reality. There's no secret. There is no name of any grandmaster or any sifu can replace that. If it's in the body, it's in the body. If it's not in the body, no matter whose name we label, it's not there. And I purposely use this simple air squat because it's the most simple, most fundamental, most nature way of human. And often also I heard people say, oh, you know, we need to learn grappling or different arts because Wing Chun is not good for that. Well, seriously, if one don't even be able to squat, be able to handle this lower four balls and the spine properly, you look at those people who's MMA, they handle that properly. How is one supposed to face those type of training? One practically do not have a lower four balls training and the spine training. Standing like that. Okay? It's just really impractical. Okay? And it's really non-realistic to think that way. So it is not that Wing Chun do not have this, Wing Chun have to have something else, because we do not have a full Wing Chun training. We don't even know how to handle the joints. And you want to talk about Wing Chun have short jing, inch power. How is one supposed to have inch power if one not be able to handle the hip and all this joint by joint? Okay? We don't even want to talk about the snake engine or the worm move, which is even more fine handling. Okay? So this is the reality. The second, people usually like to talk about qigong. Qigong, the real thing is the handling of breathing. And we know there are 3 types of breathing. The first is as what they call wind, form, meaning that when you breathe, there is a sound when you breathe. Either you inhale really deeply, or exhale, or find whatever you have sound always. There's a form. The second is stuck here and there. That is called chuan, panting. So the foam or the wind is the one have sound. The chuan or the panting is the one stuck here and there. Look at the people who do some bai fa in Xiu Lim Tao. Lock up this one and pull up their anus and so forth, their way, and then doing this tan fo, yeah, stuff slowly. All this stuck there is suffocate. That is chuan. Okay. The second type. The third type is qi. Qi is a smooth breathing. And qi have 2 states. One is just one have the chest breathing, even though it doesn't give up sound and it doesn't feel suffocate, blockage. It's just shallow breathing. And then there's a state of full body breathing. Yes, when they breathe, they feel like their whole body is like every pole breathing. When they advance up, they have that. So this is whole breathing, so the body is lightweight. So it's only this. As if you read my book, there's that. Forget about the so-called Dan Tian breathing where they squeeze here and there and those stuff. Those belong to the foam or wind. They have noise. Those are different grade of the breathing. It is not the grade of the breathing of this qigong. Okay. For the panting, it's not going to go anywhere. For the foam, usually people are using that to squeeze their internal organ and so forth. That too is not going to go deep. It has to be in this qi, very smooth, refined breathing. So that is the qigong about qigong handling. Okay, in the book have more details for that experiment, so you can read my textbook if you would like to. And the same thing when you do the squat. See, we can just talk really calmly and smoothly, breathe properly. If you have handling this tree, the qi or the breathing type. Okay? So that is the second level. The third level, the handling of the force flow and the energy flow. Force flow is action and reaction force, as we say. And the trajectory in the body, where you sequence and handling it. But that has to be based on the first and 2 level, otherwise one cannot do it, but it's stuck. Over here, I like to also tell you one thing, which is a lot of people, yes, a lot of people don't understand this. Even they say they are internal art grandmaster or anything, they don't understand this. The concept of qi xing to dan tian, or you have the qi here, and then the meridian or the du channel up, and then the ren meridian or channel downward. Those are the concept after the Song dynasty. And then for past 100 years, everybody talk about that. There is a big problem on that thing. Anybody who really have the channel work to the point that it be able to flow and so forth, first has to have the lower four bowls, the lower part of the body, or light up, full body breathing, smooth out. Okay? Anybody who tell you they have this qi and here, the energy, the heat flow, spine, all these things, but will not be able to tell you about the lower part of the body, how the body, the lower part feel like lightweight, and be able to handle properly and smoothly and effortlessly. They don't know what they are talking about. They never really develop anything. Okay? So people say, oh yeah, you concentrate here, you have the qi here, and then you have this, and then you have the three dan tian, all this thing. Reality is not this. Reality is this lower part has to smooth up, like levitate, like you stand on the air, levitate. This thing is missing, transparent, so lightweight. Okay, the circulation there is so smooth, so refined. Before you talk about this thing, okay. So don't buy in. People say, "Oh, I have this dan tian, I have to be think this way, that way." They never develop thing. So I tell you this because of ego? No. I tell you this because this. There are people out there who try to use the qigong to heal their body. Maybe they have terminal disease or serious disease. They think that qigong is their help, the only hope. I say this to everybody who do qigong for that, not for fighting. That it has to be start from the lower part of the body. Okay? I in fact care less on this fighting stuff. But this is the fact, the truth. We are not going to see people get screwed because of whole bunch of false guidance or false teaching. Okay? So those who practice qigong for their health, like to heal their body or so forth, has to be take this unknown. In reality, whatever I tell you here is a reality. Okay, you can go check in the Chinese history and those who really have this thing. Okay, it is not about this concentrate here and those kind of things. It is not. Past 100 years of storybooks, legends, stories, movie screw this whole thing up. And thus, if you want to carry into the laboratory research center in the university, cannot be delivered. Because it's never been there anyway. How can it be delivered? Okay? And all this channel in the Chinese medicines, the acupuncture is a physiology effect. It has to be able to get result. If one knows exactly what it is. But if one doesn't know what it is and try to make up some mysterious thing, then no way. It's like in the Buddhism sutta, it said that, can you find the hair of the turtle? What turtle have no hair? Sorry. Or the hand of the rabbit, the horn of the rabbit. Does a rabbit have horn? It doesn't have it. Okay. So there's the Nei Gong level. Okay. On top of that is the settle of the mind or the peace or the quiet level. As in the book, we know there's a 4 state. Okay, it's detailedly described. In the Zen, so there's a story that Bodhidharma was given poison, and Bodhidharma just take the poison naturally, without even regard anything. That's how peaceful the mind. And then there's a Zen patriarch who actually there's the emperor want to beheaded him. He said, okay, fine, I owe you in the past life, I give you back. Beheaded. Okay? So there's a Zen saying, there's a thing which is you can read in the Song of Enlightenment in the Zen. It's about 不动心, not moving, the mind is not moving at all. So they are in the settled, quiet, and peaceful state. Like the second patriarch, when he went to Bodhidharma and asking for the Buddha Dharma, Bodhidharma said, okay, I want to see if the sky come down with the falling the red snow from the sky, then I teach you. Then the second patriarch just take off his arm, and blood going down to the snow, and the snow become red. Okay, without even have to be stressed or tense or under pressure or anything. Those are the level. We today do not have those cultivations, and it is with that cultivations one can handle the first 3 levels even better. Okay. So this is what I like to share with you. Okay. From snake engine, we now do the air squat. We want everybody to understand. Everybody have result, and we want Wing Chun to prosper. Okay, everybody. I'm just one of the 4 million. Okay, so this is to share with you today.